Mr. Condon.
Mr. Crouch.
Good to see you. How's it going?
It's going really well. You know, Gators are winning this year.
Did you go to the game yesterday?
Yeah, that was brutal. I'm glad I didn't deal with that any.
Could have used some of your kicking.
Oh yeah, definitely this year. Austin has not performed the way that I'm sure Coach McElwain wanted to.
No. Brings me, the Gators need some working kicker. How's everything going? How's your wife doing?
She's doing great. She just opened a new boutique, selling flowers locally. A lot of the game day girls are coming by and getting them flowers and even the salt. Not me, but I'm sure my son loves it. She actually just started working with the softball coach, and the softball team's getting their sunflowers for her. So
wow,
it's pretty cool.
The ones
being
they put in
involved.
their hair.
Yeah, it's nice that she's getting involved with the university herself.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's what we're kind of doing. Like to talk to you about it.
Oh.
How are things going at the store? Heard little problems here and there.
Yeah, it sucks with Amazon Prime recently being pretty successful, and eBay and all those other online sporting goods websites. We're losing a lot of sales every year to those competitors, and it just sucks that I'd say outsourcing in Gainesville to those competitors is happening, and it's greatly affecting our store. I mean, it's been a rough year.
Yeah, that's where everything's going. You're not alone, obviously.
I mean, it's so easy for someone to just get on the computer and buy something online these days, or go over the phone instead of having to pick it up themselves.
Yeah, that's
obligations.
I'm guilty of that. That's what I've been there. It's very convenient, but what we do is something I think we could really get people back in your store. Something that's not going to be offered online that's very unique and special to people in Gainesville, and I think it could really help you out. How much would you say you've lost, customer wise?
I think
over the past few years.
Over the last year, probably about 35-40%. Over the last 2 to 3 years, I think the numbers are right around 15-20%.
So now it's really starting to get.
Yeah, 1 out of 5 people, 2 out of 5 people are just deciding not to come to the stores. They're too busy. Something comes up,
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about what we do, what we're all about, and if you like what you hear, we can start talking about making a deal and seeing if it's something you think could help your company out.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
So, I'm the regional manager for the Sporting Gator, and our name varies from place to place, based on what school and university what town we're in. But what we do is we have all the athletic teams have equipment, apparel, stuff that they wear during the season, and when they're done with that, or when it's too used up, or the Gators got to look good. So when something gets a little tarnished, it's they're not going to use it anymore.
Obviously.
And what we do is we take the unwanted apparel, equipment, shoes, whatever it may be, and we sell it to companies like you, little stores like you that like merchandising or that sell college sports merchandising and stuff like that. So what we do is we get that equipment, and when we sell it, part of the profit goes to us, but also goes to the university. So that's why they give us the stuff to sell. So it goes back to the university as well. They're able to make a little bit of money off of it. And student athletes, I'm sure obviously from when you back in your day, they're not allowed to sell their equipment.
Most aren't allowed to sell.
Well, yeah, you get a little trouble for that. So it kind of takes it off the university's hands. They're like, hey, well, if we give it, our student athletes aren't going to sell it if we give it to the companies like us. So it works out for them too. And I actually brought a couple examples. The golf team at the University of Florida worked with a company called Titleist, and that's what they had been doing for the last few years. But they got a new coach, and they signed a contract with Nike, so like the rest of the school. So now the Gators golf team has Nike clubs, and that's what they have to use under the contract. So they have all these old clubs, that are Titleist, which they're not allowed to use in competition anymore. So we have, and these are very, it's very quality.
Yeah, I mean,
these are very good clubs used by great golfers, and what we can do is sell them to you for a lower price because they are used. So we can do that, and the university's not looking to rip you off. They want their, the Gator gear out there. So I think it's going to be good for you to have something you could buy at a relatively low price and sell it back to the people that want to use the Gators equipment.
Now you get equipment across the board from all the sports, correct?
Correct. Every sport,
and it goes back to the
right.
university.
Anything the university wants to get rid of, it could be swim caps from the swimming team, anything like that, all the way down to softball and football, basketball. It's everything.
And I see, based on these golf clubs, obviously they're not that different than new equipment whatsoever.
I mean, they were in good hands. People took care of them.
Who know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. They're not your average Joes out there throwing their clubs around.
Now, how do you think getting this local equipment from the Gators is going to get people into my store versus them just buying something online from eBay or Amazon or what have you?
I definitely understand how you feel there. We've had success in other places. This isn't the first time our company's doing this. We did it at Florida State, and what we really found is that, as opposed to just buying just some golf clubs, it'd be cool to know that, hey, this was used by the Florida State golf team. We found that more customers were coming in to get that, stuff where they could say, hey, this is a football from the Jameis Winston threw in practice. Like, that's what they want. They want stuff like that. And we had success there, had success at South Carolina, and we're looking to do the same thing in Gainesville.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I guess, and the good thing about buying from you guys is I'm sure the university provides authentication that it actually comes from them versus buying from, say, an eBay or Amazon where it says Florida Gators football or Florida State football, what have you, and you don't know if it really came from Tim Tebow or Jameis Winston or whoever. Billy Horschel, I know, is a great golfer here. I played a little golf myself.
I'm sure they don't, really. It's not like we're going to be, this was one that Tim Tebow used, but you have authentication that it's from the University of Florida. And hey, it was used in practice, this time of year. So you're probably, hey, Treon Harris probably threw this around the other week in practice or this season. So that's I think adds a lot of value to the equipment you're going to be selling.
Definitely. So now I know this is my expertise in trying to adjust prices based on used versus new.
Yeah.
But how do you think that's going to affect what I already have in inventory versus what you guys give me? Say I have a new Nike football that's priced at $35, $40, and then I get one that's been practice used or game used by the Florida Gators.
Right.
And I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell that for a similar price and make the same kind of, I guess, profit margin off that kind of equipment.
Well, what we've, from the other places we've done this is that the balls from practice from Florida State they were selling out just way faster than the brand new standard ball that you would find in a Dick's Sporting Goods or stuff like that. Because in that specific town, that's what they want. I mean, it's cool to have one. Like it has the logo. Like all these footballs will have the logo on them, the Gator logo, so it's legitimate. Mm-hmm. And our customers were very happy with the prices that we sold them to, and then they were able, knowing that it was a Florida State football or South Carolina football, they were able to sell it for way more than the standard Nike football that you have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, being a former player myself, with my son growing up going to tailgates here, I know he loves to throw football around, and I think as a parent myself, probably going into a store, they'd love to have something that they can kind of attach a little emotion to, this is from my favorite quarterback or my favorite running back.
Yeah, put yourself in a kid's shoes or their dad's shoes. It's like, hey, if you're going to buy your son a Christmas present, do you want it? I mean, you could give him a football, but wouldn't it be really cool, especially for the kid, to get a gift and like, wow, look what my dad got me. He got me a football that was used by the Florida Gators. Like, it's not just a random football. There's a story behind it, and very cool for people who are diehard Gator fans like yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that you guys give a percentage of what you make back to the university too. And being a Gator booster myself, I love being able to give back because my fondest memories come from playing, 06, 08, the national title team. Some of my best men in my wedding are from my time at the University of Florida. So, what do you have to offer me today? What kind of, I guess, product are you looking to sell?
Well, we have, a bunch of stuff that the university's given us. I think we got all their stuff about 3-4 weeks ago. And if you want to go check it out, we could go look at that. We have everything coming from practice jerseys from the basketball team down to bats from the softball team, gloves from the baseball program. And if you want to check it out, we could do that now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You
You
wanna
mind
do
if we
that
go take a look?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Not too